Now, a lot of industries are hurting right now, and workers are still getting laid off all over the metro. Before going to cover breaking news, KCTV5's Betsy Webster took a closer look at the economic ripples this crisis is sending throughout Kansas City.
First, it was airlines laying off. Then, KC ordered bars and restaurants to stop dine-in service. Then came hotels. Last week, the Crossroads Hotel notified the state it was laying off 151 workers. The Adams Mark notified Missouri it had laid off 138. The next day, the Overland Park Marriott notified the state of Kansas it was laying off 50. Here are some jarring numbers from a professor of finance. Typical hotel occupancy is 70%. After 9/11 and the financial crisis, it went down to about 50%. It's now at 25%. And China's is now down to 15%.
It could be that we're headed for even lower numbers of occupancy than we're seeing right now.
Nathan Mock is that finance professor. He teaches at UMKC. We asked him what sector is next to fall.
In-person retail, for sure. If you think about folks working at brick and mortar retail stores.
The non-essential business order came after the one for restaurants. The most impacted will be the small local stores with less of an online presence, the ones that count on people just walking by. Speaking of walking by, a lot of that comes from visitors who are here for a vacation or maybe a convention at Bartle Hall, and those are on hold as well. Visit KC told us the Big 12 was the first big event on their convention list to cancel over the COVID-19 crisis. Since then, they've had 48 conventions cancel, amounting to 108,302 hotel room nights. Visit KC says their convention sizes range from 10 people to 17,000 people. All of those are people who would be eating in local restaurants and staying in local hotels. Visit KC did not have an exact figure for the economic loss, but said it is millions upon millions of dollars. The good news is they're working to reschedule with 27 of those convention groups. The bad news, says Professor Mock, is who's affected.
And I do think one thing that maybe gets overlooked sometimes is this probably disproportionately affects low-wage workers.
All those people who sell concessions, screen fans, take tickets, and clean the stands at the K, out of work. All those people who do the same things at the Sprint Center, out of work. Hotel staff, retail clerks, servers and bartenders, none of them making six-figure salaries or able to work from home. Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.
Boy, that entire industry just hurting so much. And all those hotel stays and tickets help fund the city's convention and tourism fund. It helps attract more visitors to Kansas City. So today, we asked Mayor Quentin Lucas about the effect this crisis is having on that fund. Here's what he had to say.
In terms of losses, we're not fully sure yet, but we do know that at least we're expecting revenue losses of in the probably tens of millions from our convention and tourism fund. We will try to find a way to survive, but we know that will be a strong impact for all of us.
Visit KC has also been working on a list of resources, plus ways that you can help support the community yourself. And we've posted links for all of that. Just open your free KCTV5 News app.